Former President Clinton was under oath today, telling a congressional committee that he knows nothing about Jeffrey Epstein. Hillary Clinton testified yesterday, and the Democrats on the committee want President Trump to answer questions next. Both the Clintons and President Trump deny any wrongdoing in connection with Epstein and his crimes. Lawmakers are also weighing whether to bring in additional witnesses. Fox's Rebecca Castor reports.
Behind closed doors at a performing arts center in Chappaqua, New York, former President Bill Clinton is facing hours of questioning by lawmakers looking into Jeffrey Epstein's sordid past.
President Clinton, as of right now, is cooperative and answering all of our questions.
Lawmakers plan to ask Clinton about photos like this, his frequent visits with Epstein at the White House and flights on his plane. In a statement shared on X, Clinton says, "As someone who grew up in a home with domestic abuse, not only would I not have flown on his plane, if I had any inkling of what he was doing, I would have turned him in myself."
I don't like seeing him deposed, but, you know, they certainly went after me a lot more than that.
President Trump uncharacteristically empathetic today after repeatedly throwing the Clintons under the bus when previously asked about the Epstein investigation. But now committee Democrats say Clinton testifying sets the stage for Trump.
We are now asking and demanding that President Trump officially come in and testify.
With Republicans in charge of Congress's investigation, it's almost certain that won't happen. But they are considering calling in Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, who recently acknowledged he visited Epstein Island in 2012, years after Epstein was first charged for soliciting a minor.
We're going to continue to, ask questions of everyone that shows up in photos on the island and things like that.
During his testimony, Clinton was asked if he thought President Trump should testify, and he reportedly said Trump never said anything to him to imply he was involved. The committee's top Democrat disputes that, though, and told reporters to wait for the transcript to be released. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.